When it came to my younger days, before the rise in House Dagoth, before the sixth house was unmourned, I would often take off into the late hours of the night and simply wander the countryside of Vardenfell, letting chance carry me where it would. I had even then some sense of destiny awaiting me, even if I had not the words to describe it then. I would call it a heaviness, a weight in my chest and spirit, and given the extemporaneous properties of ascension, it very well may have been the weight of glory that is myself meeting me early on in the path. I'm rambling again. To the point, one of these lonesome nights I came across an astonishing sight. The ash storms had settled earlier in the day, and it was the clearest night sky I had ever seen before in my life. All the constellations laid out brightly, the birth signs of so many just full on display. That's when I saw him standing at a crossroads in my path, Molag Bal himself. Not a shrine, not a mad follower, but the Daedric Prince himself in the flesh. I had thought doom had come so early in my path, but to my surprise he merely grunted at me before turning away and looking far and away to the same sky I'd come to admire. I was at a loss for words, for here before me was a cornerstone of the House of Troubles, prince of vampires, domination and cruelty incarnate, standing silent in contemplation before a scent hit my nostrils. It was a hand-rolled cigarillo composed of some of the finest herbs and spices you'd expect in a shaman's tent or a local moon-sugar den, not clasped in the restless hands of a Daedric Prince. "Why do you appear before me? Has misfortune found me?" I pleaded to know. He finally blinked a few moments, as if aware of my presence for the first time, before facing me fully and taking a long, slow drag off the curt betwixt his fingers. "You found me first, Vorin Dagoth," he said almost whimsically, as if a great joke were being played, yet I would never know the punchline. I had no words, as I wished not to provoke him, yet he seemed to regard the silence with more contempt than if I'd cursed him in the name of Mephala. Some somber minutes passed before he finally tossed the butt of his cigarillo away, snuffing out the flame in the dusty path. "Let me tell you something, Vorin Dagoth," Molag Bal said to me. "Bitches ain't shit. They'll move into your plane of oblivion, use up your Nernflix account, then change the password before moving out. They'll take your favorite vampires, your sacred artifacts, and be merciful to those postured for eternal torment just to poison their well of despair with hope. It's fucked up, man." I would have comforted him, had I known of whom he spoke, but alas, the knowledge of baby mamas among the Daedra was something outside of my expertise. I could only offer a sympathetic nod. He closed his eyes, breathing in deeply before exhaling brimstone and a red smoke, deep as crimson, seemingly satisfied that his opinions were correct. "I'll show that hoe who she's messing with. Just need to find someone to deal with that daughter of hers. And that stupid Atronach she moved in with. That'll show 'em." He gave me a nod, tossed a cursed mace to my feet as a token of thanks for hearing his woes. He vanished as if the air were a wave of blood washed away with flame and hatred. I kept that mace in a glass display case in House Dagoth for 6 months, before tossing it into the harbor near what is today called the St. Olm's Canton. In ironic fashion, a Daedric shrine would rise here later, taking the name from my seemingly thoughtless act. Bal fell. I wonder whatever happened to it.